Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. We've got one more Greater Rift run that we need to do in order to finish off our champion part of the season journey. But before we do that, I thought I would just very quickly have a little pop into our equipment and see what we can potentially re-roll to improve. I think... Let's have a look. What's this going to be? We could get rid of the black hole damage and turn that into life or armor. Both of those would be cool. Reducing resource costs would be the ideal on this. We'll take life for the moment. And this is going to give us quite the boost in terms of either survivability or the ability to put damage output. Oh yeah, it takes veiled crystals, doesn't it? That's going to be frustrating. Yeah, we just don't have the resources for this. We can transmute some across, which would work. How many reusable parts have we got? Yeah, we could do some. Okay, well, we'll come back to that. We'll just periodically go in and see if we can refine those. We've got the difficulty up on Torment 16 because we were able to run it fine before. So let's get ourselves a Greater Rift Keystone and we'll take things from there. Okay, in we go. Pop, 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 pop. Hey, don't make me run away. That's no good to anyone. Oh, I will take all of this, thank you. Yeah, I'm really enjoying Rancer's Folly. It's working wonders for what we're trying to do. And yeah, mirror images. Holy moly. That was definitely the right move to switch across to trying them out. Get all of your bits. They're just happy-go-lucky bombers, that's what they are. The ignite damage is still pretty cool. I mean, setting things burning and then not so much walking away from them, but we can, you know, focus on other things nearby and they will die in a good period of time. Oh, that was a little bit painful. Yeah, let's definitely not get ourselves caught by that. You want to come in and help me, guys? There we go. He's got quite the resilience, that guy. Like, really quite a lot of health. Let's get those bits right. You. I want to be opening up all the chests because we need all the materials that we can get. So all the veiled crystals that we find, they're going to be really important. Look at all those death's breaths. That's an obscene number of death's breaths. I do feel like we need to up our damage output. Yeah, I would like to be killing things faster than we are. They just totally knocked me back. That was not what I wanted at all. I wanted to be in here, fighting the good fight. Right, let's get our mirror images in. There we go. It's a technique that's working really well. This is Torment 16 as well. We can't go higher than this for non-greater rifts. That's why we're getting so many blimmin' death breaths out of it. There's the other guys. This is definitely the way it's done. And just as a reminder, while Cormac is a little bit fragile at this level, we've got our cheat death, his cheat death, and then we've got the Firebird Meteor on top of that. So we've got a number of safety mechanisms just in case things go a little bit Pete-tong. Let's not be right next to that. Okay, we'll just wait for a moment while our resources come back. There we go, got him killed and a wizard hat out of it. So almost with Guardian time. Oh, we are getting a lot of good drops. I mean, it's almost too many good drops because we're not going to be getting Veiled Crystals or anything out of these. Never one to complain though. Let's step away slightly. Right, grabbed that. Another Garrigan level as well. Which is always welcome. It's almost with Guardian time. And with the power pylon, it's going to be relatively easy. If we can get the Rift Guardian out while we have this fight on. There we go. Guys, why are you running away from him? You need to be here hitting him. Fine, I'll do it myself. That is a lot of good items that we got from that. Okay, let's have a quick check in this chest just before we go back. And we'll go hand that in. Yeah, we got a couple of things. Nothing really to write home about, but I'm sure there'll be something interesting in there. So that goes in intelligence, area damage, and life. So we are still improving our survivability and our offensive capabilities. Okay, what have we got? Blackthorn's Downframe Cross that could just get salvaged. Deathseeker Cowl. That can come across here. We're going to need to start extracting these. So maybe I'll actually keep these ones out and just extract them. Town Rusher Stride, I've already got so many of those, so that can get salvaged. We'll extract. Black Hand Key can just get salvaged and we'll extract the Swami. So if we're doing extractions, let's extract these as well. Right, extract legendary power. We're going to need to start running bounties at some point, but not for a little bit of time. I would really like to have a working Reinhardt build. It's just, it's not effective. That's the honest truth of it. I just haven't found a way of really utilizing it. Okay, salvage up Blackhand Key, Towers to Stars, and the Duncraig Cross. Let's have a quick check, see if there's anything that we've already salvaged. There's that. I'm pretty certain all this should be up here, just in case we ever decide to run Legacy of Nightmares. Okay, I think that page is all fine. This page looks all fine as well. Okay, cool. We'll just salvage up those two, and then we'll talk to Kadala about belts.
Are you ready? Don't forget, luck I can't afford that. Changes.
Harrington Wasteguard is not terrible. Call to the Sherma as well, I do quite like, but I think the String of Ears is going to be the best utility for us. So let's just extract these while we're right here, because we know we need to do that. And we can re-roll this a couple of times. I'd like to get it to that reduces resource cost. If we do some more salvaging up, we can give it another go. We're not getting particularly lucky with that. Okay, well, let's run in and we'll do some Greater Rifts. And we'll see what we get out of this. We can afford to empower it, so we may as well. Actually, just channeling Disintegrate is really quite effective in itself, because all damage gets increased, including that ignite damage. So probably as we get later on, we're not going to be dropping the explosion ourselves. Actually, no, we'll probably be using explosion rather than wave of force, because we can set that going and it won't interrupt what we're doing. I think that's really where the advantage is going to be for it. But also because the mirror images will be doing their attack and will be disintegrating, channeling for more than a second, so the damage will go up. Our explosion will go off at some point, which will trigger the combustion stacks damage from the Firebird set. It's really the way it's going to have to be. And you can really see how effective that is. So yeah, even just using those those guys to do the majority of the killing. We can still do some when we're in the middle of it all. But this is what you want. Us doing it when the mirror image cooldown is off, them doing it when it's on. So maybe we don't need that much resource cost reduction. I mean, I do still want to make sure it's all set up properly. And it is a little bit reliant on them ending up in the right place to do the work. They are definitely effective. So we can just be nipping around for the majority of it. Mostly focusing, therefore, on just teleporting around and disintegrating. Ooh, shield pylon. Let's get that. Oh, Cormac died. Poor Cormac. Well, he may be gone, but we're not. We definitely need to try and get his relic. It's gonna take at least 100. Well, we could get lucky first time, but we're gonna have to craft the Templar relic, or find one, and then do the upgrades. So it's not going to be particularly quick. Just watch my mirror images absolutely nuke that guy in the corner. Worst kind of wizard. Worst kind of wizard. Not even in the fight. So yeah, with what we're trying to do, I wonder if Convention of Elements is actually working for us. Because it's the mirror images that are triggering it, doing that. And it is... I suppose the Ignite is technically fire damage, so yeah, it almost certainly is. Excuse me. Who is that? Okay, gems to 35. That gives us the champion level, which is great. I'm wondering if I should start on Boon of the Hoarder, but I know we need to take these up to 45. So let's head back to town. We'll have a look at what we've got and decide what's next from that. Okay, Dragon points go in. This is always going to be useful for us. Light of Grace. It's quite a nice one. Ray of Frost Pierces. Another Death Wish. Now that is interesting. This one's got resource cost reduction on it, which is pretty huge. So if we could add a socket to this one, it would be kind of ideal for us. Okay, so over here, decent Death Wish. The Wand of Woe, I'm going to extract that now actually, and I think we'll change Wave of Force over. I think that's what we're going to do. We'll also extract Homing Pads, we'll extract Andari's Visage, we'll extract this, we'll extract that. May as well extract Shame of Delcir. I don't see us ever doing a Light of Grace. Another Litany of the Undaunted. Yeah, we'll extract all of these. Okay, so Wave of Force. This is going to change over now to Explosive Blast. Chain Reaction. 3 additional blasts are triggered after casting Explosive Blast. So between the two of them, it's going to be a pretty big deal. So we're changing over from the Furnace to the Wand of Woe. It's not because the blast damage is increased. We don't care about that. We just care about the extra blasts that are going to come from it. Because if we've got that on, all of that is doing damage based on the Ignite stacks. It's going to be pretty epic. So let's do some more extractions. And our mirror images will be casting that as well. Does cost 20 arcane power, but that's not too bad. Okay, do we have enough? Oh, we can do another reroll on this. Resource cost by 7%. It's not ideal, but it's pretty damn good. That is a step in the right direction. Okay, let's get rid of the Hydra damage on our chest. That's going to be the next thing to go. This can change into any of the top items. 13% life. It will do. It will do. This is all making us more survivable. And especially because this is giving us our shield based on our life percentage. We do want a high life percent. Alright, still want to talk to Kadala about belts though.
Don't be shy. Ooh, that's nice.
That is too expensive.
Okay, Witching Hour, don't care. Sash of Knives and Gold Wrap will extract both of those.
Very well.
So the rest will get salvaged up just because we don't have enough Veiled Crystals to do upgrades. Okay, so the champion journey has been completed. Let's enlist in the Destroyer level. We need to do a Torment 12 Nephilim Rift within 6 minutes. We'll probably do that separately. We've got to get gems up to 45. We'll carry on doing that right now. We've got to kill the Skeleton King. We've got to kill Azmodan. In fact, let's do the Skeleton King and Azmodan now, and then we'll get back to rifting. I can see this working for us. Yeah, this is actually quite a bit easier in some ways. It doesn't have the range. So we'll have to be on top of things, but... I heard a gobbo somewhere. Yeah, for single targets that we can get up close to, it's going to be effective. Another veiled crystal. These things are like gold dust for us this time. Ooh. Okay, slight distraction. We are not in the cow level. On Torment 16 as well, which is ideal. This is actually the best place for us to be testing out this explosion thing, because these mobs do love clambering in close. Oh, that's a little bit of frozen going on. Yeah, the downside is the range. We don't have the range with the explosion. Oh, Cormac is down. I mean, of course Cormac's down in this horrible place. So yeah, we definitely don't have the range on the attacks. But we do have the power. I think what I'll do is I'll go around and I'll get as many kills as I can first. And then I'll go around and loot afterwards, because it's going to take us a while to loot through everything. And we are already up to a large number of kills. $263 kills. That extra life and that extra shield it's given us is actually pretty awesome. Just in terms of the extra survivability, we are still taking damage from some of the ranged mobs. So much damage being done everywhere. The rope burns down so quickly at this level. We really need to be looking for where the next kills and damage are going to be. before we finish off an area. There'll be stragglers when we go back and loot. That's going to be inevitable, but if we can get the majority of things taken care of before we move on between an area. I wonder if we'll make it to 500. It could happen. There's the 502. Wow. So much explosion and death. Already moving into the next bit. That's good. 566. At this point, it's not about survival. It's not about the danger. It's about trying to time and chain your movements so that you've still got things to be killing. Because we're going to get a lot of extra levels from this when the time comes. Let's not be in the middle of that. I say it's not about survival, but there is always going to be that survival element. Ooh. So we've had Guardian. That will come back. I'm not worried about that.
Need more time. Dare attack me? Not ready yet.
'We almost got ourselves into a corner without any cows to kill, which would have been sad.
Need more time. I'm so good, I astound myself.
785 kills. This is the most kills that I've ever gotten in one chain.
Defenses are nothing.
865. Let's get the fleeting shrine in there as well. I will drink a healing potion because that's getting a little bit mental. Standing on top of all those.
Need more time.
902. Right, let's move on to the next batch. Maybe we'll make 1,000. So many explosions going on the screen.
Brave wins. Not ready yet.
900. There's 1,000. There is 1,000. Oh my word. 1,000 kill streak. I would have never thought that I would hit 1,000. Perfect. Let's really hammer this in. We are out of arcane power though, which is going to be slightly problematic. Just got to manage our resources carefully. Okay. Triggered Firebirds. And I'm gonna say that Firebird's triggering didn't even like interrupt our kill streak. This is going to take me a few minutes to loot all of this up at the end of it.
Still waiting.
I don't want this kill streak to end, but I think we are running out of map.
Need more time.
1,180 kill streak. Wow. We've gained so much experience while in here. Okay, let's go around and loot everything. I'm gonna start down the bottom left, and we'll try and work logically through. 1,180. This is the kind of thing that I like. This is why I like exploding as a wizard. It's all about the area damage. And of course we're going to be getting more veiled crystals and the like from this, so it's all good for us. We didn't run into resource issues until we ran into that fleeting shrine. That was the only thing that really
Not ready yet.
caused just any form of difficulty. The String of Ears definitely helped us out because of all the things up close and personal, but I'd still like to switch our belt across if we can. Now there's a lot of these giant chests dotted around. If you do ever make your way to the cow level, sorry, not the cow level, because there is the separate Staff of Herding way to the secret cow level. But if you ever make your way to not the cow level, there is a whole bunch of chests dotted around. So it's worth taking your time to loot up thoroughly. Plus we're getting millions from these slain farmers. These farmers were rich when they died. Gonna start utilizing my teleport to get around a little bit faster. A bow, that's gonna be no use to us, and we're full of stuff, so let's head back, salvage up what we've got, and then come back in for more. I have to say, I am pretty damn impressed, though. Eye of Elich, that can just go. Ouroboros, that can go. Gangs Envelopment, we've got plenty of them. Queen's Flame, we've definitely got one. And Serpent Sparker, I don't remember. I thought we had one. Wait, did I put it with... No, it's the Fragment of Destiny. Well, you get a Serpent Sparker as well. I'm a little bit disappointed we didn't reach 1,200, but I'm so happy. Now, I'm not going through precisely logically at the moment, so I will get back on track. I just want to grab these big-ass chests. Okay, so we were primarily coming down this center line, weren't we? So nothing in this section. Already got him. So we can come across to the next bit. And then back up we go. Got that one. Grab you. $2,357 billion. That's a big amount of damage from one of the explosions. Now imagine that there's like 9 of them going off in quick succession, all potentially doing the same amount. This is why I thought it could work as a skill set. It just doesn't have the range. That's the downside. In fact, can we? No, in order to, it's always going to be within 12 yards. We can't increase the range of it. Okay, down the next line. A little bit of arcane dust.
Need more time.
Already got her. Down into this bottom corner.
Still waiting.
Which I think we can just thoroughly go round now that we're here.
Need more time. Not ready yet.
And we are very nearly done with this place. Just got this last bit on the right hand side to do.
Can't pick up anything else.
And we are full again. Okay, let's go back and see what we've got. Ether Walker, that's no use to us. Atreyu, that's no use to us. Razor Strop is just going to salvage. In fact, I think I'll just salvage all of these. Yeah, more yellow items. That's what we need. We need the resources for our re-rollings and upgradings and everything.
Still waiting.
I wonder what our shield gets up to. 128,000 by the looks of it. Yeah. That's pretty reasonable, I'd say. Especially with all of our various damage reductions. It's more than enough to keep us safe for most of the time. Yeah, only 128,000. If we increase our attack speed, we might be able to get it up a little bit higher. But wow, we are done with not the cow level. And I think that's probably going to be all we have time for. I'll just head back over here. So we were on our way to kill the Skeleton King. Let's at least finish that. Because that was a thing we wanted to do. Now I think we can just yoink teleport through because we are cheeky as all hell. Touch the skeleton. Touch the skeleton. Pop, 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 pop. Cool. Well, the Skeleton King is dead. Let's ID our stuff and then we'll finish the episode off. So it looks like we've got Ingeom, the Grand Vizier, and Firewalkers. I mean, the Grand Vizier is a pretty good thing. I may as well extract these three, actually. Let's do that rather than salvaging them up. So extract. Yeah, we are going to need to do more bounties at some point because we're running out of angel flesh. This is the only reason we're extracting more is because we're going to need to extract 40 for the Guardian level. We're over halfway there, so it's definitely getting there. But in terms of Destroyer, next time we'll go kill Asmodan, and then we're going to carry on leveling up our legendary gems. But that is, I'm afraid, all we have time for this episode. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Diablo 3. See you soon.